The first message is, I don't want you to see me like this. If you're resonating with this message so far, it seems you've had a gut feeling that your masculine has been avoiding you. If you feel that way, you're absolutely correct. This masculine has indeed been avoiding you, but not for the reasons you may think. You might wonder if they're extending this no contact period simply because they don't want to face you, but it's deeper than that. While they may not care much about how other people see or feel about them, they seem to care about what you think and feel. Your person is definitely in the runner phase of this connection, and this reading highlights the less sweet side of the twin flame journey. It gives insight into what really goes on in the divine masculine's world when they are away from you, specifically when they are running from the connection. Although there's distance and space between you, there's still a powerful energetic link. What's standing out here is the reason they're running from you. They're having an emotional reaction to being seen. I'm getting, divine feminine, that not only did you see them, but you probably let them know exactly what you saw, whether verbally or energetically. Your person is going through intense emotions because they're noticing that they tend to run toward you for the same reason they run away from you. It's because you're the only one who can see the truth about them, whether they offer it or not. It doesn't matter how they present themselves, you see them for who they really are. This energy suggests that this masculine seeks to impress you with their competence, so the fact that they feel exposed proves that you've broken through their surface and seen the real them. This is their response, they're triggered by you. Right now, the best way they know how to deal with being triggered is by running. If you're wondering why your connection is stuck in this phase, it's because you're attached to a masculine who wants to control what you see and when you see it. This may be a fairly new connection, or, as mentioned earlier, a cyclical one where you both keep finding yourselves in the same place repeatedly. Your person is currently being triggered by the truth, and given where you are in the connection, specifically, where you are in the twin flame journey, they're having an adverse reaction. However, this is just part of how the journey unfolds. The difficult parts also hold value, but how you perceive this experience depends on your mental and emotional state. This may also indicate that you're connected to a masculine who doesn't fully know who you are yet, and that's why they don't want you to see them in their current state. What's ironic is that they have no idea you likely already know what's going on with them. You might have even been sent to trigger them into this healing or into this current phase. So, although it seems like they're running from you, they're actually running from themselves. Because they don't fully understand the role you play in their lives, they see you as the trigger. Deep down, they feel the need to hide parts of themselves out of fear of what you might see and how you'll judge them. The energy is complicated because they don't understand why you, specifically, make them feel this way. That's why there's so much focus on you, divine feminine. It's almost as if they're singling you out from everyone else, yet it hasn't clicked for them why they're doing this. It's simply because of who you are to them. The next message is pleasure and purpose. This is a connection that's about to shift in a major way. I feel like your masculine is responding to this very intensely because they're having a hard time figuring out what's actually happening. They may be in the dark about who you truly are, the role you play in their life, or even the fact that they are navigating a twin flame journey. This card highlights two very important aspects of the journey, and it explains where all the emotions are coming from with your masculine. The initial phase of this connection was absolutely mind-blowing for them. This is someone who felt that your connection was exciting, intriguing, and extremely pleasurable, perhaps for both of you. However, for your masculine, it seems they had a particularly intense reaction to the way you made them feel. Now, your connection is slowly shifting into the true essence of what a twin flame journey is, purpose and destiny. Both of your energies are coming together for something much bigger than yourselves, and this shift is triggering them. This could be the first time they've experienced a connection where it's not solely about pleasure, but also tied to their life's purpose in a very real way. So even though they are away from you, or you may describe it as running from you, this reading highlights what they're actually running from, which might be their purpose. There is something in your connection that's going to wake your masculine up to their purpose in this lifetime. The more they run from you, the more they run from that purpose, even if they don't fully understand it. The fact that you're triggering them is making them think, making them research, and ask questions. More importantly, it's highlighting the switch that happens in this type of connection. In the beginning, the chemistry feels completely off the charts. You meet someone who checks every box, and it's the most exciting, fulfilling, and intense connection you've ever had. There's this magnetic pull, making you feel things you've never felt before, something incomparable to any other relationship. But as you continue, something changes. You notice that you have to keep leveling up, evolving spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and even sexually. It's almost as if everything in this connection spills over into your personal life, changing the way you exist as a human being, because it's meant to raise your energy. Anytime you or your masculine tries to run or pull away, it becomes uncomfortable because something feels missing. This is because there's a higher purpose to this connection that surpasses the immense pleasure it initially brings. This is where your masculine is mentally and emotionally right now. This may have happened very drastically in your connection, where you felt intense emotions, and then something shifted, leaving both of you trying to figure out what's going on. Divine Feminine, you're calling for justice and truth, while your person is trying to understand what this connection really is. It's as if you're both transitioning from intense emotions to uncovering the true nature of your bond. When your person says, "I don't want you to see me like this," what they truly mean is that when they see you, Divine Feminine, they see themselves. They see exactly where they are on their life path. Whether you realize it or not, there has been an energetic upgrade. This is why you're both calling for truth, though in different ways. You want to understand how the other is responding to this upgrade and how things will unfold in the near future. If things seem very quiet in both of your worlds, it's because, individually, you're being taken on a personal journey. You may be uncovering truths, going through healing, or discovering parts of yourself that were awakened or activated the last time you were in your person's presence. Every time you align with your twin flame, every time you align with your masculine, something happens. Some truth is revealed, and another layer is pulled back. That is the purpose of this connection. How you respond to being shown yourself often determines how smoothly you transition through the different stages of this journey. The last message is, "You know how you make me feel." I feel like this is a direct message from your person to you, Divine Feminine. Moreover, if your twin flame doesn't trigger you in a deep and profound way, then it's probably not your true counterpart. This is something your masculine has noticed about you that instantly separates this connection from all others. It's the way you ignite their emotions. From the very beginning, you put this masculine in touch with their feelings, and this is extremely triggering. It's so triggering that it makes them run. What's being highlighted for your masculine now is the constant back and forth between you two, and only you two. This dynamic is the whole point of the journey. In order for them to rise to their highest potential, they must fully feel all their emotions. They can't repress or suppress them. Feeling their emotions unlocks their true self and highest potential. I understand this reading may not have been pleasant in the sense that it's shining a light on parts of the journey that are painful to navigate, but this message seems intended to help you, Divine Feminine, understand how your masculine moves through the stages of this connection. It also explains why they respond to you the way they do. It's because you are the one chosen by the divine to awaken them to higher truths. There is such a duality to what you represent. You become their safe space, but you also become their trigger. If this message resonates with you, then your connection is undoubtedly being upgraded. You're transitioning from the early stages of the journey, where everything is blissful and wonderful, to the deeper, more revealing phases. This is where you and your person begin to uncover the real truth and depth of this life path, and why you were specifically chosen to walk it together. For some of you, this shift may feel like a jolt, an energetic switch, or a change of pace as you move into this next stage of your connection. For others, it may feel more like a seamless merge, where both of you are blending these two aspects of the connection naturally. This smooth transition is more likely to happen if you both are aware of where you stand and what you represent to each other. However, for some, your masculine may still be in a stage of running because your true identity has yet to be fully revealed to them. The way they continue to respond to you depends greatly on where they are mentally and emotionally, as well as how much they understand about who you are, both as a person and, more importantly, as a soul. Avoiding vulnerability, the masculine is avoiding the connection because they feel exposed and vulnerable. They're triggered by the fact that the divine feminine sees the truth in them, which causes them to run. The masculine is in a runner phase, trying to control what the divine feminine sees about them, but this is part of the twin flame journey and their emotional growth. Pleasure and purpose. Initially, the connection was full of excitement and pleasure, but now it's shifting toward deeper purpose and destiny. This is triggering the masculine, who may not fully understand the spiritual purpose of the connection. They're not just running from the divine feminine, but from their life's purpose. As the connection evolves, it is leading both people to grow and raise their energy beyond just pleasure to a higher calling. Emotional awakening. The masculine acknowledges that the divine feminine makes them feel emotions deeply, which is both triggering and transformative. The back and forth nature of the relationship is necessary for their growth, as it forces the masculine to confront their suppressed emotions. The connection is transitioning from an initial stage of bliss to uncovering deeper truths about the journey. Whether the masculine continues to run or accepts the truth depends on their emotional awareness and understanding of the divine feminine's role in their life. In essence, the masculine is grappling with deep emotional triggers and awakening as the connection shifts from initial excitement to a more profound spiritual purpose. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.